guys, welcome back to my beauty stash, or welcome if it is your first time here. Hello, my name is Steph. I would love to have you become part of our makeup family, so be sure to click on that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching. Welcome back, guys. We are continuing on with Love Fest week here in my beauty stash, and I have the perfect Valentine's Day palette for all of you. Hopefully some of you were able to pick this up because this palette is currently sold out, and I'm talking about the new Beauty Bay Love Notes eyeshadow palette. I think the outward packaging of this is so pretty. I love the glitter lettering, and this is not glitter that comes off, by the way. And then this is the box that it came in. How perfect, how cute is that? If you follow me on Instagram, which I hope all of you do, it's at Steff's Beauty Stash. I did do an Instagram reel over this and I did some swatches in there, but of course all of those swatches will be included in today's video. Let's open this beauty up and take a closer look at it. So here's the 20 pan eyeshadow palette. It does retail for $18, but again, it is currently out of stock. This is definitely a more pink, purple, kind of some neutral shades. When you compare it to the Wilderness palette and to the Age of Opulence palette, those were deeper tones, they were richer tones, greens, blues, reds. This one is definitely more on the light and airy side, and I don't mind that at all. I think it's perfect for the season. I'm very pleased with the color story. A lot of you were saying that you thought this looked like the Natasha Denona Love palette, or what was the other palette that you were... I know there was another palette mentioned. I don't know why, but when I first saw it, I thought of retro, but it's definitely not Natasha Denona retro. I mean, maybe a couple shades. I can kind of see where you're thinking Love palette, and let me just grab the Love palette. That way we can just compare them side by side. So here they are, guys. I mean, a little bit, maybe, not completely. They both have the purple and the pinks, of course, but you know, a little bit. And then I did pull out, just because what I thought was retro. Let's go ahead and look at those. So kind of similar also as well, not dupes by any means, not spot on color stories, but you know, it's kind of along the lines of the same color scheme. I love both of these Natasha Denona palettes, and so far I've had an amazing experience with the by Beauty Bay palettes. So I'm really excited for this. I'll be creating 4 looks for you all today, 4 Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day inspired looks. Galentine's Day is February 13th, which is Super Bowl day, and then Valentine's, of course, February 14th. So I am excited to dive into this palette today. And in case you're wondering about the lip color I am wearing, it is one of the new, where did I put it? One of the new Fenty Icon lip shades. This one is in the shade Board Member. I did a video where I swatched all of the shades. I'll have it linked up above in case you want to check it out. But this formula, I've been wearing it off and on all week long. Absolutely love it. Let's get on into the Beauty Bay palette, guys. If you all want to see the new Love Notes palette in action, keep on watching. Alright guys, you are zoomed in nice and close. I did change lenses. I've already primed my eyelids using the Juvia's Place I Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer, and I use the lightest shade, which is shade 1. Let's get started with today's video. We're going to dive into the Love Notes palette. So I think I'm going to go in first with this shade right here. The shade is called Angel, and then I'm going to build into these 2 shades. And I'm taking Angel on a BK A501, and how did I get glitter here? Oh my goodness. BK A501, and I'm just going to stamp that. I'm not gonna blend it yet. I'm just gonna stamp that in the crease. I don't know where this glitter comes from. Ugh, it's there. It's there to stay. Well, that's a pretty shade. I think it is true to the shade that it is in the pan. That's a perfect transition shade. Now I'm going in with the BK A502, and I'm gonna go into cheeks. Now I'll be working that in the crease. Oh, I like that. I like that. Exactly what I was expecting it to look like. All right, guys, we are off to a really, really good start. Now, I'm going to use the same brush, and I think I'm going to go in, let's see, is the camera going to focus? I'm going to go in with this shade right here. What shade is that? That's called Ruby. That is so pretty. That blended out so well, and it blended on top of those other shades beautifully. Now on a Sigma E27, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This shade is called Handkerchief, and I'm going to focus that right in here. Perfect. That's exactly the shade I wanted it to be. I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of Ruby. Then I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of Cheeks. Now we could very easily do just an all matte lid. Kind of tempted just to leave it all matte. I'm gonna bring Handkerchief down a bit. All right, so I think I'm gonna leave it as an all matte lid, and then for the lower lash line, that's where I'm gonna add some sparkle. So I'm gonna go in with Cupid, and I'm also gonna go in with Confetti. And I'm taking Cupid on a damp Rephr 26. I just use setting spray to spray the brush, but I pick the product up first and then I spray. This would have been beautiful on the lid as well. I'll have to try and incorporate this shade in one of the other 3 looks, but this palette did swatch pretty well, so. All right, now I'm gonna clean off that brush and I'm going in with Confetti next. Just applying that right in here in the inner portion. That's perfect. Perfect with the shade Handkerchief. Adding a little bit more of Handkerchief right up here. Now I'm going to add a little bit of the shade Ruby. Right beneath the shimmer. Love it guys. Let me add, I do have some mascara on, but I think I'm gonna do lashes just because it's Valentine's and we wanna make it extra special. Some liner, and I'll be right back to show you look number 1. All right guys, so here is the completed look number 1. What do you guys think? I added some House of Lashes in the style Iconic Light for the lower waterline. LA Girl Neon Shockwave Lip Liner. Lip liner in the shade Pop. Perfect, right? Perfect with this look. And then the mascara I'll be using in today's video is this one from Maybelline. It is the Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara. This is a look. Didn't think I was going to do an all matte look, well, at least on the top lid to start off with, but I love this. This is Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. Love it. Love it. Perfect. Perfect for the time of year. Let's jump on over to the left eye and start working on look number 2. All right, guys. So for look number 2, should we do something with the purples, like this little area right here? Let's try that. I'm gonna go in, let's see, I'm gonna start with this shade first. This shade is called Lavender. And then I'm probably gonna be building into Lilac and Glove, which are the other 2 matte shades. Going back in with the BK A501. And like I did with this other very light pink shade, I'm just gonna be stamping it first. That is so pretty. And that built up well. I'm liking that these shades are true to how they look in the pan. Look at that. That did a good job building up for being such a pastel shade, such a light shade. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with Lilac, and then go in with, what is this one called? Glove. And I'm taking Lilac on a Rephr 14. And I think I'm going to apply that like all over. I could have used a different brush for this, but oh well. Look at how well these matte shades are blending into each other. Cool to a little bit more warm. Same brush. Now I'm going to go in with Glove. I'm trying to keep Glove just like in this area. So if it seems like it's taking me a little while to blend, it's just because I'm picking up very little at a time, because I probably should have switched brushes, but I already had this one in my hand. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave it like this, and then I'll probably have to go back in and blend a little bit more, but this is kind of like the shape that I want, because I am gonna be going in with a shimmer. Now I'm torn between this one and this one. I'm gonna go in with this one. This one's called Princess. Taking Princess on a damp Rephr 28. What's happening here? Let's try this again. Better. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more of Glove. Okay, I think that looks so pretty. I'm loving that. For the lower lash line, I think I'm just gonna do a mixture of Lilac and Glove, and then I'm gonna add, what is this one called? Spark. This was the other sparkly shade I wanted to use. I'll add that to the lower lash line as well. Going in with Lilac on a BK Beauty 207. Now going in with Glove on a BK 204. Now on a damp Rephr 26, I'm going in with Spark. I feel like right here it looks a little patchy. Like you can kind of see that right there. Let's see if I can. I don't know what happened. I didn't even touch it. Look at that. Well, that's disappointing. Look at that. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I don't know how. Okay, let me just go add some liner and lashes. We'll see how this is gonna turn out. All right, guys, so I think I fixed it. Not incredibly well, but you know, I think it looks better than what it was. I have no idea why all of a sudden it started getting patchy. Like I was already working on the lower lash line, and then I noticed, oh, I have some eyeshadow missing, and I really don't know. That's disappointing. That's disappointing because I need that purple shade. I need that purple shade to work out well. So I love the other two matte shades. You know, everything seemed to be working well until, you know, we got to that point. For the lower waterline, I went in with this one from LA Girl. It is the Pastel Dreams eyeliner. This one is in the shade, I think it's a lavender or lilac. Lavender. And I got this from Beauty Bay too. But yeah, this is the look. I love the shimmer. Look at that shimmer. It's so pretty, both of them. But yeah, the purple matte Glove, that shade Glove, I don't know. I'm hoping it doesn't act up again because I'm sure I might be dipping into it. All right, guys, so let's jump into look number 3. All right, guys, so for look number 3, I want to do something like with the browns, this little quadrant here, and then maybe bring in this shade. So I'm gonna start first with, I guess I'll do Cotton. Is that Cotton? Yeah, Cotton. and then Corset, and then I'll work into this one, which is Mahogany. So I'm taking Cotton on a BK201. I don't expect this shade to show up much. It's more of like a blending shade. Just even gonna apply it to the brow bone. Now on a BK A503, I'm going in with Corset. This one should show up a bit more. Now I think I'm gonna do a halo eye. We'll see how that turns out. Now on a Refer 13, I'm gonna go in with Mahogany. Do you think that looks patchy? Now I'm getting paranoid from that other shade. I didn't have any trouble with Ruby. That was the other dark shade, that dark red, but I don't know. I feel like there's a little space that doesn't want to get covered. Okay. For the center, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. This one is called Bellini. And I'm taking Bellini on a damp Morphe M124. Adding a little bit more Mahogany. I don't know. I am not... This outer corner concerns me because I definitely think I see a patch right there. What is going on? I've never had issues with these Beauty Bay palettes, like ever. I'm picking up a little bit of Corset. I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this. These were supposed to be beautiful Valentine's Day looks. Now they're a hot mess. Getting fallout. This palette is called Love Notes, and I feel like they're giving me hate mail. They're sending me hate mail, not love notes. Let's move down to the lower lash line, and I'm gonna take Mahogany. And go in with Mahogany down there. And this is a BK204. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. The shade is called Chandelier. I really don't know what else I can do, but this looks terrible. Like, I don't even think that I'm going to do lashes or anything. I mean, look at this. Like, why would I dress this up? I wouldn't go out like this. Like, I would start all over again. But this is the third look. This is unfortunately the third look. No, that's disappointing. This is really disappointing. I'm gonna leave it like this, guys. I'm not even gonna bother with eyeliner because I'm definitely taking this off as soon as I wrap up this video. But let's jump over to the left eye and see what we can come up with for look number 4. Okay, so for look number 4, gosh, do we even give Glove and Mahogany a second chance? There's only a couple shades that I haven't used. I haven't used this one and I haven't used this one. And I've used the rest of them. I want to try doing Glove all over the lid. I'm going to see if I can pack that on. Let's see how it packs on. And I'm taking a BK203. So I think that looks okay. That looks pretty good, kind of. Okay, but I'm gonna put a shimmer over it. So I'm gonna go back in with the Refer 14. There's no additional product, and I'm just gonna use this to blend the edges. All right, that looks better. I'm kind of tempted to do this over here, like just apply mahogany. Does it look better? I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of this shade right here called Angel. I'm gonna apply it right up here to the top. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. The shade is called Pillow, and I'm gonna do that all over the lid. Or maybe I should just do it in the center. Yeah. That's so pretty. I mean, the shimmers definitely outweigh the mattes, but not, I mean, not all the mattes. It's just been those two shades, Mahogany and Glove, and that's unfortunate because they are two of the deepest shades in the palette and kind of need those to look good, you know? Adding some more of Glove right here to the sides. I mean, that's definitely better than, I don't know. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I guess I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna try going in with Ruby and then with this one. So Ruby right here and then this one right here, Handkerchief, Ruby and Handkerchief. I'm taking Ruby on a rougher 26. Now I'm gonna go in with Handkerchief right below that. I don't like this at all. Wow, totally not what I was expecting today. Like, this swatched so well. It looks so pretty in the palette, like all of the shades. The shimmers are nice, but I don't know, guys. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of Glove. Just putting it like right out here. Now I'm gonna take some more of this shade right here. The shade is called Pillow, and I'm gonna add that to the inner corner. All right, guys, so I'm gonna add some eyeliner and just mascara. I'm not even gonna bother with the lashes, and I'll be right back to, unfortunately, show you this fourth and final look. All right, guys, so here is the fourth and final look. I definitely think Pillow, that beautiful shimmer shade, that is what is saving this look. I just added a little bit of black eyeliner and the same LA Girl Lavender pastel liner to the waterline, and some more of the Maybelline mascara. So let me go ahead and wrap up today's video, give you guys some advice if you're gonna be using this palette, and just share with you my final thoughts. All right, guys, so if you don't know my final thoughts already, I did not have a good experience with this palette, obviously, and that is so unfortunate because the other two Beauty Bay palettes that I have are phenomenal. Like, I love them. Never had any issues with blending. I mean, and those are deep, dark shades in the Wilderness and in the Age of Opulence. These were lighter shades, so I thought, oh, okay, well, it's gonna be even easier to blend them, right? I mean, we only had 3 really deep shades. Ruby was the only one that ended up working for me. Mahogany, as you can clearly see, is a disaster. Glove redeemed itself, but I had to pack it on all over the lid and then put a shimmer on top of it so that it could, you know, somewhat look okay. But you shouldn't have to do that. You shouldn't have to do that with your shadows. I understand, like, you know, spraying the shimmer, that's just a personal preference. You don't even have to do that. For me, I just think it adheres better to the lid and it just adds more of a pop. But I mean, you know, I can't spray a matte. I mean, I guess you can, but I mean, not if you're going to be blending it. You know, I needed these shades. Like, these were important shades in the palette, and no, they didn't work at all. I think the shimmers are beautiful. I mean, you know, maybe you want to get it for that. Maybe maybe you can depot this. I wonder if you can. I'm not too sure. I've never really done that with my palettes, but replace these two with shades that work. I like the color story. I think the color story is so pretty, but you know, I'm just so sad that this didn't work out, and this is during Love Fest week. It's Valentine's Day coming up, and you're gonna have to use your imagination, guys, and pretend that the shades worked out if you want to recreate these looks. Maybe not necessarily with this palette, but with other palettes and other shades that you have in your stash that are similar to this color scheme here. I did use every single shade, and the two that just gave me the problems were Glove and Mahogany. Unfortunately, this palette is getting a thumbs down from me. Yeah, I am just so disappointed. I know I've watched Angelica's videos when she reviews these by Beauty Bay palettes, and for her, she says that she starts with the darker shades and then builds into the lighter. I never really noticed anything with that, like with the Wilderness or Age of Opulence. I mean, I would do it in the order that you saw me doing it today, and it always worked just fine. So maybe that is something to consider if you're going to pick up this palette. Do what she does. She starts with the dark, works her way up to the light, or pack it on all over the lid and just throw a shimmer on top of it. But yeah, guys, unfortunately, this was just a dud for me. So let me know your thoughts. What did you think of the palette? What recommendations would you give us? Sound off in the comments down below, and let me know if you have this palette and how it has been working for you. I hope I am not the only one that this palette just, well, I guess I do hope it was just me. It was just me, my eyes, and my particular palette, because I don't want you guys to have any issues with yours. But I am very curious to now watch some reviews over this palette, because I've told you guys this before. When I review something where I know I'm going to be reviewing something, I don't watch anything having to do with it unless it was like Angelica's video, like her reveal video for her new Udenzai collaboration. Well, of course I watched that because I wanted to learn about, you know, the palette and why she chose those particular shades and the shade names, so on and so forth. But typically, guys, when I know I'm going to review something on my channel, I tend not to watch any videos. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to see what other people have been saying about this Love Notes palette. But definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night, wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink that water, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.